everyone, it's Heidi from flutterbyheidi.wordpress.com here, back again with another Ferrero Friday project, or rather this one's actually a Ferrero Raffaello, because one of my fellow demonstrators that I met up with recently, or in fact last Sunday, she had made some of the little straw top boxes I made the other week and had popped in these little individually wrapped some of these individually wrapped Raffaellos. They didn't last long, I have to say, so I had to go and buy some more. But I thought they were rather nice, but sort of the lighter one with this sort of light mint macaron. And this is some new designer series paper. This is from the Petals and Posies range in the new autumn and winter catalogue, and you've also got these beautiful framelits as well. And in the designer series paper, you can see on the bottom here, you've actually got some lovely colours. You've got rich raspberry, you've got delightful Dijon, might be pumpkin, Cajun craze, not sure on that one, but you've got some gorgeous colours in there that pick up some lovely accents. And the ribbon that's on there is some of this lovely sheer linen ribbon. This is a shout out to my friend Sam Hammond, Pootles, and you can see that here is a lovely ribbon that ties beautifully, and you can do all sorts of things with ribbon. And this is something I'm doing for another project I'll be showing you soon, which is a lovely interwoven piece of ribbon. So keep watching or subscribe to my YouTube channel or my blog, and you'll get notified when you get those. So because we've got rich raspberry in there, it's one of my favourite colours, so I'm actually going to use that for this project. And we're using, you might have guessed, the Lots of Labels framelits, which are these ones here. Lots of Labels, 138281, and there are 7 dies in this set, which all obviously nest one within the other. So we need the 2 largest ones. I number mine, so it's number 6 and number 7. So you're going to cut out of a piece of rich raspberry card in this instance. You're going to cut the large one, and then you're going to cut one out of the designer series paper as well. And then I'm just going to glue that. You'll see I'd started to video and made a mistake, which is why the one has got score lines on it already, because I'd forgotten to put the DSP on. Best laid plans. So all you need to do is just line that up. Okay, and because it's DSP onto card, snail does the trick. And if we come in, you should just about be able to see here, we're going to score at 3/4 of an inch. I have got the centimetres, if you're using another scorer, this 1.8 centimetres and 2 1/8, which is 5.3 centimetres. Turn it round, and the reason I'm using this simply scored is because you can really nicely butt it up against those 2 edges and know that you're nice and straight. On this second side, you're going to score at 1 5/8, which is 4.1 centimetres, and 3 1/8. That's 3 and just the first little one, and which is 7.8 centimetres. So having done the scoring, away goes your scoring tool, and obviously you could do that with a ruler if you haven't got a scoring tool. And then you need to fold and burnish these, because we're going to be cutting up some of those lines in a moment. Okay, so having scored and burnished, all we need to do is just cut up these 4 short scores from the edge to the middle on the long side. Okay, so you're left with that, and I'm not notching these out this time. And what I've actually done on here, you can see, is I've actually put those on the inside of that little flap. So I'm going to fold both of those in. I'm going to put the glue on here, and we're going to use fuse now because we want that stronger bond. Here we go. And when you do these, you're going to get them absolutely straight. So just fold them up and they meet in the middle, and do the same on the other side. Okay, so there's our basic little box, very straightforward. I've then got some more lovely, now I'm not normally a ribbon person, but I have to say this time I was tempted, because this is one that comes as part of a ribbon trio. So you get 3 spools of ribbon, and it's a lovely sort of textured ribbon, and it's 3/8 of an inch, so centimetre wide, and you get rich raspberry, you get a mint macaron, and a delightful Dijon. There we go, all 3 of those. So those are super, and they coordinate beautifully with the Petals and Posies paper. So I've taken a 6.5 inch piece of ribbon, which is about 17 centimetres, and all I've done is I've attached some red tape to the back. That's the super sticky red tape, which I find is really useful for attaching ribbon. And because my decoration is going to go on the front there, that's going to cover up my join. So I'm just going to put that just up from the edge. Hopefully you can see that. So when it goes round, yeah, easy to show you on the side here. I'm going slightly, there we go, just like so. And you can see you then get a nice little border above and below the ribbon. So peel it off and keep going round. And so this has the benefit of holding everything in place, and then just overlap, and then I come in and trim just at the edge, so you've hardly got any overlap at all, but I prefer to do that than try and cut it precisely. So having done our ribbon around there, I've then used some, I have to say I was really tempted by the catalogue this time round, because there are some fabulous dies in here, and this range here, so it's Petals and Posies, so it's all designed to coordinate. And here you go here. So you've got lovely stamps, you've got the paper, you've got cardstock, you've got the ribbon, there is an embossing folder as well, there's copper foil, and there also are some super framelits, which is what I've used. So in this pack, I'm just going to tip them out here, I think there's actually about 18 or 19 framelits, which, yes, you could cut out the dies by hand, the shapes by hand, but you know what, you won't get anywhere near as smooth a shape, and by the time you finish cutting out some of these fiddly little bits, it really isn't worth it. So you've got all these different dies. I haven't got around to putting those onto my magnetic sheets yet, but I usually do, so I can keep them in there, but I have got around to numbering them, although I haven't put my name on them yet. But that's how they come. Paisley framelit dies, another one that's really worth getting. So I've used 2 of those to cut out 2 shapes, and I have just trimmed the stem that comes on this one. And all I'm going to do to glue those together is use a little bit of wet glue. Everybody has their preferences. You can use the fine tipped glue, you can use if you use a silicone sheet, you can obviously use fuse if you want to, and all I'm doing is just layering that up with a little bit of glue on the back, and I just find the wet glue works very well. So just pop that on there. So we've got our 2 accents, so I'm just going to turn those over and again glue on those as well. And this time I'm going to just come a little bit further. Now I am using here for this bit some Cosmic Shimmer glue because I'm gluing on top of the ribbon, and I just find it works really well in terms of gluing on top. So we take our box and then just layer our accent onto it there and just hold for a few seconds. If you need an extra pair of hands, I find these little bulldog clips really useful. And again the other side, put a little accent on, and then while that's gluing, I've made a strip here of rich raspberry and a tiny strip of the designer series paper. So this is 6 inches by about ½ inch, about 1 centimetre by 15 centimetres, and the DSP again 6 inches, about 15 centimetres by 3/8 of an inch, so that's about 7 millimetres. So I'm just going to glue using my snail, and you can see because I'm doing it on my boards I should just put it straight on and then just layer that up, and that obviously doesn't have to be too precise, just if it's not quite the same length just trim it down, and then I just, while it's still there, I just gently shape it with my fingers. You could use your bone folder if you wanted to, that'll give it more of a curl. That just helps curl it round. And then all I'm going to do is add some glue to the ends there. And I say I'm using the Cosmic Shimmer because it's very quick grab glue. And then pop that, if you can see, just inside there. And the same on the other side. And I deliberately made it a little bit longer on this one, and because it's the rich raspberry, I think of course Ferreros go very well. So there you go, another Ferrero Friday project. 1 Ferrero basket in rich raspberry, 1 Ferrero basket in mint macaron, using the lovely new Paisley thinlits and our lots of labels framelits. I hope you've enjoyed. I always enjoy making them and sharing with you. Come back again soon. Don't forget, if you need any Stampin' Up products, please visit my shop. And the link is from my blog, or you can find me on the demonstrator finder on Stampin' Up UK's website. We're back again soon. Take care now. Bye bye.